Good morning, everyone. We are out here today in beautiful Putnam Station, New York. Right here on Lake George. We'll be getting plenty of views of the lake today. It's gonna be a beautiful day, and we're gonna be up on this roof at some point. We're gonna be blowing off this roof a little bit. There's a little bit of moss on the front, but we're not doing too much over here. We're gonna be washing basically this whole roof. There's a few sections that don't need it, but most of this roof is going to get washed. We're on a 65-acre property here. See if we can get across this road and show you something else we're going to be doing today. There's a boathouse down here. We're going to do a little work down at this boathouse. There's a guest house over here. We're going to be doing a little bit of roof wash over there, some trim. And then they have the property shop over here where they keep all their maintenance items and equipment. We're going to be getting some moss off the back of that house, that building. And then doing a treatment. So basically roof washes all the way around here. It's very important to when you go into hardware stores, paint stores, any kind of store around, give them a card, let them know what you do. This job is about an hour from home on the other side of the lake from where I live. And I got a call from these people. I was recommended by a company and by a person that I don't even know, but they somehow got my card. The cards change hand over time, and people find out about you. Here's the lake. I got my buddy Nick here with me today, helping me out. He's gonna be flying a drone, hopefully get some cool footage. We're doing some roof. We got to get up on this roof back here. It's a little bit of green up on that chimney. Might try to clean that up a little bit. This lower roof, you get a little moss off of that. Should be easy. Look at this. It's incredible. It's an incredible area. Great place to be hired to do some work. Looking forward to spending the day out here, that's for sure, especially when I get up on that roof. Keep you staring out there. And then right down here is a little shed and a boathouse. We're going to be doing just a little bit of work down there. Bulk of it's going to be here on this building. Homeowner, they don't have any gutters. They do have a state-of-the-art French drain around the building, they said. Cost them $50,000. They were forced to put it in by the environmental groups up here. Being so close to the water, got to have a place for the water to go off the roof. Nick's going to be helping spray water, keep it off the plants. But we already got the okay from the homeowner not to worry about it. They had a bad year with moths, bad year with plants. So we're going to do our best to keep them clean, but it's nice to not have to worry about it too much. So we're going here in a little bit. Say what's up, Nick.
What's up?
All right, you heard it from the man. What's up? A couple of little things we're going to do down this boathouse. It's not too dirty. Just a little bit of algae in some spots. Just gonna do a little bit of cleanup here. Got some mold on that door. Probably clean up this trim a little bit here. Okay, not too bad. Let's get up here on these stairs though. Some posts. These stairs can use a little clean. All through here. Top of the boat deck is pretty fine. Not really doing much over here. There's that beautiful view. Look at this place over here. It's just amazing, some of the properties around here. It's a little bit of discoloration here on this side. We'll give a little spray there, lighten that corner up. This is just going to get a maintenance spray. A little bit of green up there, a little bit of discoloration. Throw a little SH up there. And found a little corner spot. All through here. Just a little green. Nothing under there. And then let's get up here and see at the back side of this. I think this is also just a maintenance spray here. Yeah, we're just gonna do a little maintenance spray, clean that up. Same thing back here, just clean some of this old carcass and some moss and caterpillars. Whew. Man, it's breathtaking. Okay, we started here with this section of roof. You can tell it's already a lot lighter than it was. And then just to make sure everything was even, wash this whole section of roof here, just so if you're standing out there on the dock around the water, everything looks even and clean through here. Okay, cleaning up some of these railings. We're in the process of that. All this trimming through here, getting nice and clean. It was all black. We're just doing some touch-up spots here on this boathouse. We're not doing everything, but all that trim looks good. All through here. Actually, we need a little re-hit that. See what our roof looks like. Very nice, very nice. Did our shed here on the siding. All right, we're up on the other side of the property here. We just finished the boathouse. We got our guest house here. Just doing a couple things over here. We're gonna clean this side of the shingles. You can see they're kind of dingy here on this lower level. Might do the siding here on this side in the trim, just because we're going to be spraying the SH. And then we're going to go through here. I'm going to clean up some trim down here, down below these steps, trim up here, and then we got this roof. So you see some black streaking up there. Get up on the roof, give it a nice spray all up in there. This is all mold under here, it looks like. We're going to get some of this mold off of here. We're going to do this side of the roof. Then we're going to be done with this area. Okay? We're not doing anything back there. We're not doing a full house wash here. Probably move a couple things off this deck. Clean some of this stuff up. Move some stuff off this deck. And get in under here. Just so all the siding, at least on one side, is even. Since we are not doing the whole thing. And then, we'll be moving along. We got a building over there and the main house. Excuse me, for those of you who might be curious, we were down there spraying the bleach in the water. Or we weren't spraying the bleach in the water, but there was definitely bleach going in the water. Could that be an environmental factor? Some of you guys are wondering. Probably could be. But like a gallon or two of straight bleach might have gone in the water. I did a little Google search. You can do it yourself. Lake George has roughly 550 billion with a B, gallons of water. It's 33 miles long, 200 feet deep in some areas. There's a lot of water. Okay, we're gonna start spraying up here, this section through here. Kill this moss. This lower section here. Gonna do a little cleaning on this trim, make it all look nice. And this side. So what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to nick us down below rinsing. I'm going to do this part of the roof, let it all drain this way. I'm going to do this part of the roof over here, let it all drain this way. And then when he's done rinsing up here or down below, I'll spray this section first, let it dwell, rinse it, and then we'll do the roof. We're washing in not quite a roof wash mix, but not quite a house wash mix, somewhere in the middle. So I can do the trim, and the siding, and everything with the same mix that's in the line, and not have to be going back and forth to house wash and roof wash mix. So let's start over here. I was gonna try to have some drone shots, but we're having issues with the drone. We'll be doing a little bit over here in a minute. Dripping down into the rocks, which is nice. I like that. Can already start to see it lightening up a little bit. This roof, we're an hour from home. We're going to be giving it a nice spray. We're not coming back. I'll spray this here. Yeah, it's already getting lighter. Love it, love it. Give it a little bit more to run down. Let all that run right down. Nice coat. Look how much cleaner that is. See, look at that. That's what I was saying earlier about, that's just a little overspray. You wouldn't think that this was dirty, but you put a little SH on it and it cleans right up. So, you know, you start trying to clean one thing and then everything else wants to be cleaned. You'll be chasing it around. That's why it's hard. You don't want to quote That's why you don't really want to quote sections of jobs. Most people, you try to talk them into doing a full roof wash. When they try to ask for partial, some people ask for partial house washes. You want to educate them on why it might be in their best interest to do the whole thing. But these people obviously have a pretty big property here. They're already footing a decent bill for this stuff, and you know, you give them a quote to clean every inch of that boathouse, every inch of this house, every inch of that house, every inch of the house next to that, and every inch of the thing over there. It adds up. So sometimes they just want to do a little piece, and that's fine, but just keep that in mind for yourselves. That it can make it harder to clean if you're just trying to do sections. Start over here. Get it nice and low, and then we can use the fan spray. Right in the center. How's it look down there, Nick? Want to pump up this ladder? Yeah, you can stand around the ladder. I'm going to wet this and you can rinse this. As soon as you hit it, you can see all that mold light up. And I also sprayed that. Okay. You want to rinse that a little bit. Look at that, I see it lighting it up already. Okay, we got this all cleaned up. All this trim up through here. Big difference, same with the chimney. And then the roof is already lightening up under our feet. Moss is turning white. Look up through here, you can see some of the color changes already. So we're gonna get down, get you some more rinsing down below here. We'll be moving on. All right, now we're over here at the shop. Got a lot of black discoloration up on that roof. Gonna get a really nice spray. We're gonna end up washing this whole building here. This one could really use a wash. That's where we just were, over at the guest house. This used to be a kids club. There's 65 acres, as I said earlier. This used to be the ball field. Really nice property. Get some of this green, all this black mold off of the siding here. As we come around here, you can see just all the discoloration, all that just mold is kind of hiding. Nice green mold down here. As you get in, you can see all that dark discoloration. That's all going to come out. Get all this garbage off the back of the house. You can see all the way down through there. And then a little sneak peek of the roof back here, some moss. I'm just going to rip through there with the brush. Nice and fluffy, should all come right off. And they'll be giving it a spray. All right, move a bunch of that excess moss. We're gonna go through here and give it a treatment. Change of plans. I was going to shoot the camera angle from down here, but then decided it's going to be nice to get up on this crest and shoot the front from up here, do a little bit less ladder moving around. But this roof is really bad. Our chem is really strong, and just look at this, how dark this section is versus what was just clean a few minutes ago. Look at the coloration change. Now you can obviously see there's some white from the chlorine bubbling. But look at that, incredible. Let's get up here on this peak here. Work a little smarter, not harder. We can get a lot of this roof done. Look at that. Pretty neat. Do a little bit more from over here. And we'll just inchworm along this roof here. No reason to moving the ladder around, and sometimes it's safer being on the roof than moving around on the roof, you know, or being, you know, moving around below the roof trying to get up on different spots. The more ladder work you do, the more you're at risk, really. Roofs really aren't that dangerous. Ladders are. Being distracted on roofs and ladders is more dangerous than roofs and ladders. I think I'm actually just going to clean this half of the roof here and then take a cool side-by-side picture of this section. I just wasn't expecting it to clean up that fast, that quick, but it's really dark, so. We're using a little over 6% today because I got it wide open, but we're using 15.5% bleach. So it's going to put us more around the 7 mark. I'm not using any soap right now. When we go to the main house, we're going to use soap, but we're doing a little bit of siding wash here too with this mix, so I don't want to be using soap. Yo, Nick, come back over in front of my truck. Okay, we're moving right along here. We're on top of the main house now. We're going to be doing shingle washes on the affected sides. Some of them get a lot of sun, as you can see. These look perfect. That is not algae. It's, I believe it's from the copper runoff. We're going to be doing this backside here, taking in this view while doing so. As you can see, a lot of discoloration over there. This is pretty high. It's about 3-story out the back, it seems like, and some like down here. And you got some pretty steep pitch. So we're going to be trying to do as much as this from I'm going to see how much of this building I can get from this roof. And a lot of that moss is just going to get sprayed. Not going to be worrying about brushing it. I'm going to get this place cleaned up and get out of here. This has been a nice nice project. There's no bees.
Yeah, so I see a bunch of them.
Like that looks pretty good, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's nice. Alright, you want to just hammer this plant and windows and...
The plant?
Yeah, you're going to, get as much of that off the plant as possible. We're just going to be spraying a section at a time. I got Nick down below me doing some overspray rinsing and hitting these windows. Nick, I'm going to do this roof right above you here real quick. Yeah, let's grab those leaves and those windows. This part of the roof through here isn't too bad. We're just going to give it a light mist. So this is what this dual blend soft wash system is really meant for, is two guys. But I like working by myself. Okay. Wind's picking up. Getting light, getting light. There's probably barely anything dripping, right?
Good over here, but this side's dripping a little bit still.
I'm gonna shoot a lot down there. It's gonna start dripping, but the soap, the other buildings didn't have soap on them earlier.
I'm gonna stand here because it's getting sprayed a little bit.
Okay, yeah. All right, I gotta do like this half, Nick.
Yeah.
So this whole half I'm done spraying on, just so you know. You really shouldn't have a whole lot of drippage except for what I just sprayed there. A lot of it seems to be staying put. A lot of this roof isn't even bad. Over there's pretty bad. But what we're working on right now really isn't too bad. We got the deck cleared off below us. Homeowners put tarp on a picnic table that's down there. So we are free to flow. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna spray a little bit down here on this roof here. Clean up this corner with a fan spray. Woo! I said 3-story out the back. It's more like 2 here. It's kind of like 1 over there. It's about 2.5 over here, just because the elevation change of the ground. So I'm gonna. The only other option is so you can either walk the roof and stay up here as much as possible, or I need to bring my 32 around. It's a lot of climbing, a lot of moving. A lot of times, as long as you're careful on your feet, not distracted, paying attention to what you're doing, it's a little safer to just be on the roof. Now, roofs are dangerous, so you just always got to be paying attention to what you're doing. You get used to walking around on the roof just like anything else, but everyone can get distracted. You know, roofs, people don't just like fall off ladders, you know what I mean? People don't just fall off roofs. All of a sudden you don't just fall. A lot of times you're not paying attention, stumbling on a hose, on ladders. A lot of times the reason ladders fall is not because you're not using a standoff platform, or not because you're not using those stabilizer arms. I haven't used any of those for any of the time that I've been using a ladder. I've never had an issue. The reason that I don't fall is because I don't unnecessarily shift my weight. I don't climb more than one rung at a time. I'm never on a rush on a ladder. I don't lean off the ladder too much. Same with the roof. If you're just careful about what you're doing, sometimes just being up here is a lot safer. So what I was doing, if it was hard to tell from the last shot, is I climbed up on this peak and shot down. And in a minute here, I'm going to come over here and just be able to clean this up a little bit. Kind of let gravity do the work. You know, if you stand here, probably could have done the same thing, but it's easier just to spray it from the top down. It's definitely nice having a second set of hands here today. Got Nick down there doing the water, which is definitely a big help. But normally, I mean, the only thing that he was asking, like, what would I be doing if he wasn't here? And I told him that I've probably done 230 something jobs this year. This is the only time I've had someone with me. It's just a lot of up and down. All this is doable by yourself. It's always better to have someone with you. But I would have just been doing a whole lot of up and down. I would have been spraying this section, then I would have gotten down and done what Nick is doing. I didn't bring Nick along today because I needed help. I brought Nick along to operate a drone, which has not worked all day. It's not my drone or his drone. We borrowed it from someone else, and both of us have never operated the drone, so not surprised that we can't get it to work. Although I think it's an issue with the drone, not so much us. But found out that the drone wasn't really working almost as soon as we got here, and so I've had Nick all day anyway, and it's been a big help. But it's been a big help, but not necessarily necessary. I'm glad he's here though, because I get to just stand here and do this for once. Actually, I guess I always stand here and do this, but it's always keeping me from doing something else. Now I'm just waiting on him. If you guys are just getting going, definitely bring someone along with you. It just makes things easier. I just prefer to keep the money in house. I don't want to pay for insurance for someone else. Like, the right way to have someone come with you is to have liability. It doesn't just protect you, it also protects the homeowner. Like, I'm not having Nick come up on the roof. Nick's not doing much of the ladder work. Nick isn't spraying chem. Nick is just spraying water. Because he's not insured by me, by my insurance. So want to keep that stuff in mind. If you are bringing someone along with you, let them do the hose moving and stuff like that. That will be a bigger help than you know. Having someone else pull the hose, untangle the hose, drag the hose, move the ladder. Even moving the ladder, I probably wouldn't have Nick do, because you throw that through a window. Not that I would obviously have to say it was my fault, my insurance would take care of it, but I wouldn't want Nick getting hurt or feeling obligated that he had to take care of something. Starting to get a lot of color in these trees up north here. So we're about an hour north. So I live on that side of the lake. That's the east side of the lake, almost directly across from us. If any of you are familiar with the area or know how to use Google Maps and you're just curious, directly across from us is Hague. Where we are right now is in Putnam Station. Up north this way from us is Ticonderoga, not too far. Hey, Nick. That mountain right there, Nick knows the name of it. Someone's nose, Pete's nose or Jeremy's nose or something. Hey, what's the name of that mountain over here for the nose?
Anthony's nose.
Anthony's nose. So that's supposedly the nose there going up. So that was Hague. So we're over here on this side, about an hour south. So this is a pretty big lake. It's a pretty big lake. It takes an hour to get to the other end of the town of Lake George. So this is Lake George. The town of Lake George is where I live, which is all the way at the southern end. And then Ticonderoga, if you go around Anthony's Nose, or it might just be around this point here, you can go up a little further, and Ticonderoga is up there, and the Vermont border is somewhere just on the east side of Ticonderoga. So that'll give you a little bit of an idea of where we are today on Lake George. Running out of things to say. Nick, where are you? Slowpoke, man. Minimum drippage, look at that. Almost, just saying, there's nothing running off the roof, almost nothing. You got that sticky in there. Roof snot. Looks good up here. Nice and clean. Don't need to spray too much there. Nice. Tried to get as much as this from this roof as possible. On the other side, on that side over there, you could walk a little bit. I can't get over there, so we're going to finish up this section, and then probably going to get my 32 and go over there, unless I can get up on the other side and shoot down. But I talked about it in another video. My chem pump is on its last leg. It'll get me through the end of the season. I'll be done in a week or so. By the time this video comes out, I'll probably be done. Take a little break before winter. We've done, I'll have to look exactly. I'll probably do a recap on the season, but I think I've done like 230 something jobs so far just this year, just in 6 months. That's a few weekends, that's a few very long days, that's a few 5 to 6 job days. There are 250 working days, I believe. Pretty sure that's what I remember correctly. There's 250 working days in a full year. And I've done 238 jobs in 6 months. So something for you guys to think about, especially if you live in a seasonal climate like me, because I work all summer long. I spend very little money unless it's for the betterment of my property or the betterment of my business. I spend very little money on myself. On the personal side of things, I try to run my personal life as if it's a business, and if I can't write it off for the business, I usually don't buy it. It's not going to return some sort of like genuine return for me down the line. I don't buy it, and I try to hold on to every penny, and I pinch every penny all season long. So now we're going to the winter. I do plow, but I plow mainly just so I'm busy, so I'm not sitting around. Those of you, if you knew me personally, you know that I have a very hard time sitting still. I like to be busy. So that helps me on the winter. I don't really plow in the winter for money. I do make money in the winter. I don't plow for money. So what I do, like I said, is I pinch my pennies. I work very hard during the summer. Even if I didn't plow, when my season is done, which like I said will probably be in a week or so, I could stop and not work again until April, and I would never miss a bill. I would just continue to pay myself out of my business account all winter long, and then I could just jump right back into this. So a lot of you guys, just keep that in mind. If you're going to be working and you're going to be doing 4, 5, 6 jobs a day, you're going to be making, you know, a month's worth of pay in a couple weeks, and you do that all season long, all summer long, you end up making a year's worth of income in less than a year. So if you're smart with your money, you can work less than half a year, and you can pay yourself more than one full year. Nothing wrong with making 20 grand a month and spending 20 grand, but then you're back to hustling. So our season's wrapping up. We're gonna move over here. We're gonna finish doing this section, but I know I got some videos out there about paying yourself. Just a little tad bit on money management. Just because you're making a lot of money doesn't mean you have to pay yourself a lot of money. Keep it in the business. Keep it in the business, and you'll always be able to cut yourself a paycheck. So like I said, I plan on being done in a week. Scrounge up a couple pennies while we're plowing, but mainly I'll just be kicking back, cut myself a check every Monday, and we'll be taking a little break here between now and the white stuff, and next season we will repeat and start again. Okay, about that time we're cleaning up. Went up on the 20, went up over this roof and shot down that other side that I was having issues with. Any day that I don't have to use my 32, it's a good day. We'll get us all up here looking nice and clean. All sprayed and treated. See if we can step back out here a little bit. Start seeing those colors on the trees a little bit more. The sun's kind of coming up over here. Sets. Okay, that's looking a lot better. This was a really bad spot. Oh, that's lightening up over there. Look at all that white moss. I would have liked to be able to get to that. It's pretty dangerous though up in these areas. All in all, really nice. All that moss up there nice and treated. You guys know me, I would have liked to remove as much of that as possible, but this is pretty steep. This is a pretty steep roof when you're up there. There's only a few spots where you can really kind of walk and move around. And through here, a little bit of streaking on that corner. I want to come back here and get that. It's always nice to walk around and review your work before you take off. Hit that from the ground. Want it to get back up on the ladder there. All clean through here. Look at the front of that. It's Monday. No rain forecasted until Saturday and Sunday. Looking really clean up there. Real nice. All that discoloration's gone. That stuff I blasted that with SH, but that looks like discoloration from the copper roofing. Kind of leaves that green dinginess. It's a different product that I don't buy into, but still looking good. All right, that'll just about do it. How's your day out here, Nick? Says great. Man of many words there.